Hey guys, this is Sensei Emic from Code Ninjas Madison West, and today we're going to be completing the Orange Belt activity, The Sky is Falling. So the first thing we should look at is this project. So basically these clouds will be dropping from the sky, and your ninja needs to throw a ninja star at the clouds to push them back up towards the sky. The game ends when the clouds fall all the way down to the ground or they hit the ninja. So let's jump right into the code. So looking at our code, we start off with a ninja star, a cloud, and if we start the game, you can see that using the arrow keys, we can move the ninja left and right. Now we need to add the rest of the code to throw our ninja star and to move the clouds and to detect when the game is over. First thing we want to do is create code that drops the clouds down and also creates new clouds. So basically, we're going to start out by going down here into our game objects and selecting the sky is falling scene. And once we have that selected, we are going to go to initialize when scene starts. So the first thing we want to do is check if the game has started. So we're going to go if this dot scene state equals play. Then we're going to add our curly brackets. And we are going to create a timer that is going to create new clouds as the game progresses. So we're going to go ahead and create this timer code, make them, let's say, every 4 seconds or 4,000 milliseconds, and we're going to create our function. So new function, as you can see, make sure to put a semicolon at the end of your timer function. Now I want you to pause the video and see if you can add code to actually create a new cloud. Alright guys, so now as you can see, I've created this code which will create a new cloud, and basically we start off by creating a clone of the existing cloud object. Then we're going to set its X to a random position from 740 to 60, so that will pretty much be anywhere across the window. Then we're also setting the Y to 100. Which will be somewhere up here in the middle. Oh, let me go back to the scene. We're also going to set the speed Y to 50 because we want the clouds to come down, fall down from the sky. And then finally, we're going to make our cloud visible. Another thing we want to add above the timer is we want to make our first cloud invisible. And we only want to see the new clouds that we create. So we're going to go ahead and do cloud.visible false. And this is referring to our cloud right here in the scene. Now if we run the game, you can see that the clouds are appearing somewhere at the top where they should start out, but they're not actually falling down. That's why we need to add code in the update function of the cloud that'll actually drop them down. So if we select our cloud object, inside of our update, we're going to add a couple different blocks of code. So to start out, we're going to want all the visible clouds to drop down. So the first cloud is invisible, but all the other ones that are created are visible. So we're going to say if this dot visible, then we are going to take this cloud and move it down. And it's going to move down at the speed that we specified in the initialize function of the scene. Now if we run it, we can see that the new clouds are going to fall down towards the ground. Now our cloud is falling down, and we can add a comment saying falling down code for this block of code we just made. But what else does our cloud need to do? For example, we need our cloud to get hit by a ninja star. So we are going to have to add code under that comment. We're also going to need to add code for getting knocked above the scene. And what will happen then is the cloud will be removed. And also when we get hit by a ninja star, then the cloud will move upwards. And if we knock it all the way up, it'll be removed. So that's what we want to do. And finally, what we want to do is check if cloud reaches the ground. And if this happens, then we want to stop the game. So we're going to need to add code in these 3 different spaces after these comments. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure it out. Okay, so here we have our ninja star code. as you can see, we have an if statement, and we check if this cloud is touching a shuriken, which is our ninja star object in the scene. Then we check if the speed y is greater than 0, so we can't hit our invisible cloud in the beginning. And we also want to check for visibility, so we want to make sure the cloud is visible. But as long as we're touching the shuriken, then we want to set shuriken thrown to false, which we will talk about later, as it will reset the position of the shuriken back to the ninja. And we're also going to use this line of code to move the cloud up 200 pixels. Now here's our remaining code. So if this cloud's y is less than 0, which means the cloud is above the scene, we remove this cloud. And then to check if the y of the cloud is greater than 600, it means it's basically gone all the way down to the ground, or if it's touching the ninja. And in this case, we're going to completely stop the code and it's game over. Now, that's it for today. We're just talking about dropping the clouds. Watch the next video to see how we can actually throw the shuriken and adding some final touches to our game. Thank you.